I think I'm live now, Lois. Okay. Thank you for your patience and welcome. Facebook, I'm here. Late but not lost. Well, maybe a little bit lost, but after all, what is life without a little bit of excitement, huh? And so, yeah, I apologize for being a bit late. I was trying to sit here and figure out Facebook, and I'm just going to wait a few minutes here. I have lots to share with you. And if you don't catch me live, you'll catch me later in. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. Yeah, and I was just saying, yeah, hello, Linda. Thank you for letting me know. I figured it out. Thank you for Lois and sitting as we patiently work through this whole thing. Lesson learned, do this the day before. Hi, Christine. I've been meaning to reach out to you. I just wanted to check in and say hi. Nice to see you. And I don't know how to pronounce your name. Cecilia? Hello. Where are you from? My sister Jennifer. Hey, sweetie. Nice to see you. Hi, Dale. Thank you guys for all being so patient. Yeah, Facebook each month. It's a different sort of template, and yeah, I'm curious. Annette, nice to see you. Carrie Caldwell, nice to see you. Nice to be here with all of you guys. All right. Good morning, good afternoon. I know that many of you later will watch this from different places in the world. It's such an amazing world now, isn't it? That we can just be everywhere and connect and talk to one another. And so I'm really happy to be here with you. But before I start, I just would like to for myself especially right now, but for you as well, let's take a deep breath. And let's get centered in our bodies and release with our out breaths the thoughts that are not serving us and that are creating a little bit of stress. And breathe in connection and breathe in love. Let's just take 3 deep breaths just to get centered and a bit of peace. And I want you all for just a moment to imagine self-acceptance. Imagine that the universe has your back and that the help you need to solve whatever problems you have is just right there. That the world is a safe place and that it's filled with endless opportunity and possibility and love. Okay. And so my question to you this morning, before we even start, that I want you to just think about is, what kind of future do you want? And so often when I'm working with people, they're building a new house, or they're thinking of a career, or they're thinking of different things, relationships, and it's like they come up with things like they want a view, or they want so many square feet, or they want different things. But to me, what I'm actually wanting you to think about is, what is the emotion that you want? What is the actual emotion? And it's like, because you can say, I want square footage, or I want to have a view, or I want to have this and that. But why do you want that? What are you looking for, right? And ultimately, I think we're looking for peace and connection, right? I have spoken, though, before, and I'm going to talk about it here. There's such a big thing happening in the cosmos right now, and I'm sure you all feel it. And we are being called. Each and every one of us is being called. And one of the things that we're being called to do is to envision a different future, one that is not about blame, but one that is about personal responsibility. We are in the midst of, in our collective memory, the biggest massive consciousness shift that has really, I think, happened in 2000 years on both a physical and spiritual level. And at the bottom, at the end of the day, the question actually is, do you choose fear? Because boy, there's a lot of evidence out there to choose fear. Or do you choose growth and love? Or maybe that's too big a leap. Do you at a minimum choose curiosity, grace, and kindness? All right, those are things we can all choose. And it just means this is like a mind training. It's actually consciously when we find ourselves wanting things to be different and not at peace, taking a deep breath and choosing again a thought of curiosity, because everything happens for us, not to us. There's a saying I really love, that our minds are shaped by our environments. Now, I really know this as a Feng Shui consultant, right? That I can go to a place and I can do the formula and I can look and see, are these people, but the formula will tell me that whether you're connected to the place, whether the place is making you money, different things. But it is also true that our minds create our environment, right? And so which came first? Did the space make you the way you are, or did you choose that space? And I'm going to tell you, it's actually first you chose that space. The vibration that you are, that you believe yourself to be, is actually what's reflected in that environment. And so what can we do to make it better? Well, for sure, we can do Feng Shui, because if you actually consciously start to choose, I want health, or I want this, or I want that, money, relationships, we can use direction, location, and formula to actually help create those things. But a huge part of the piece is yourself, right? And you've heard me talk about this in previous Facebook Lives here about heaven, earth, and man, right? That there's three components that create our destiny. And so where do thoughts come from, right? Where does this vibration about ourselves come from? And so studies say that 95% of our brain activity is beyond our conscious awareness. Only 5% of our thinking is conscious. That's a real scary thing, because that actually means our law of attraction, whatever we're pulling into ourselves, is mostly based on unconscious thinking, right? And so I see that all the time. And there's a saying, if you were born in Think and Grow Rich, this famous self-help book, that it's easier to become rich if you were born into a rich family than in a poor family. And why is that? Because you have the vibration of believing that it's easy to make money, that you deserve to make money. So you can attract and pull that in. Whereas if you've never had that, it's harder to pull that in. You have to work towards creating that. But no matter who you are, we all have lessons to learn and things to happen. So you can be rich and have lots of money, but you're still not happy because you don't know how to have relationships, or you still don't know how to have connection. Like, we are all here to learn lessons, right? And so there's this method in Feng Shui called flying stars. And it's a mathematical application that incorporates time with location and direction. And through formula, you can read the energy of the house, right? And so I'm amazed at how accurate that is. None of us consciously choose a home that's going to create drama in our lives. And the whole purpose of what's happening in the world right now, and I think actually through lifetime after lifetime, is to awaken, right? To awaken to the truth of who we are as souls, to awaken to the matrix, to awaken to how powerful an energy being we are, to create, right? And so the thing is, change yourself, change your life. And to also know that it's not possible to go from chaos and drama to a perfect life, that this is incremental, right? And so the work that I do here with talking to you here and with Feng Shui and my consulting is to help people come to an awareness of the patterns you've chosen in your life and to choose ways to become different. What are you actually, though, prepared to do to change your life? Are you prepared to learn how to communicate, to feel your feelings, let alone sleep in a different bedroom or move? So this month, the energy of this month, the Metal Rabbit month particularly, so each month has a different energy, each year has a different energy, each lunar cycle has a different energy. This month is the month to really look at where you are inside yourself and what negative emotions you need to let go of, and to take responsibility for your part in the dramas around you and to take some action. The energy of this month, and really this year, is about truth and accountability. Do you know that all of us carry conscious and unconscious guilt and shame? Shame is a feeling where your whole self is wrong, whereas guilt is a focus on the behavior. You did something wrong. Most of us are born predisposed to this. Why are we born to this? Because of a thing called genetics and the patterns that flow through the energy of genetics. Have you heard of family constellations? This is the study how the trauma of our parents and grandparents can live in us with unexplained depression, anxiety, fears, and obsessive thoughts. Unconsciously, we relive our mother's anxiety and we repeat our father's disappointments. I have studied the bloodlines and patterns of ancestors as much as I can. This is a particularly really interesting topic for me because I'm adopted. And I met my birth mother in my 30s. I never met my birth father. He died an alcoholic on the streets at 42. And so I see the patterns of unworthiness in me, in my children, and the cycles of shame and guilt. And I also see as a soul how I chose this, not how I'm a victim to it, but how I chose this, how it's here to awaken to me, to open up my heart, right? Is this a process and is it work? Yes. So what kind of houses before I became conscious with Feng Shui did I choose? Of course, I chose houses that they supported me as an individual, but they didn't support relationships because I don't know what relationships, good relationships look like. I'm in the process of figuring that out. And so you can change. Yes, I'm saying here you can change, but it requires tools on different levels, okay? So this is the process that I incorporate when I teach and I consult. I help you uncover your issues to transform your life and my own in the process, actually, so that everything that happens to you is an opportunity for growth. The universe is always speaking to you. Are you listening? And so the curious thing about this month and the month of the metal rabbit, the hexagram. So each month comes with a hexagram. And if you don't know what a hexagram is, it comes from the I Ching, which is thousands of years old. And it is actually the philosophical text that explains where a lot of metaphysics and the story of life and cosmology comes from. So a hexagram is 6 lines, and inside a hexagram is 4 trigrams, and each trigram represents many things. And so I don't have time here to get in depth with this with you, but the virtues for this month to work with, because each month is a type of chi, right? And I'll talk about the wood chi, and I'm going to do your astrology, and we're going to look at those different things. But this month, the virtues that if you work with them that are possible to awaken to are fairness, kindness, and integrity. Those are the things to work on. And the theme of this hexagram for this month, it's this energy in the cosmos that's available for us to work with, is evaluating integrity, right? So to succeed, you must be honest, sincere, and have integrity this month. And so this can only happen in your life if you're practicing this in not just your work life, but in your personal life. This past week, I've had several consultations where people are feeling betrayed by others. But you see, you can never be betrayed by others if there's not some part inside yourself where you're betraying yourself. Where are you betraying yourself? This is even a question to ask myself. Where am I betraying myself if I'm getting those types of consultations, right? And you might be betraying yourself by simply attacking yourself with your thoughts by saying you're not worthy, right? And then the process here is to bring that to the light. And because remember, 95% of your thinking is unconscious. So let's bring that to consciousness and change that. Accountability and integrity is when your private and public life match, when your words and your actions match, when the things that you do have integrity when no one is looking. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to change your mind. You have the power to ask for what you need, and you have the power to change your habits. The universe wants to support us all. Part of this is actually stepping up into I deserve, okay? And so this requires looking at what's not working, okay, and seeing everything as an opportunity. What happens outside you is a projection of your inner beliefs and thoughts. So again, what do you feel in your life do you think shouldn't be happening? And then look at yourself as well as how can because I love this saying as well. You are 100% responsible for 50% of the problem. Okay. So this month is the month to make a commitment to creating change, even if it's one step, right? What habits can you commit to that your soul is calling to? And whether we look at the hexagram or whether we look at the moon, the month started with the new moon in Virgo, or whether we look at all the Western astrological aspects or the Chinese astrological aspects, they all tell us the same thing. It's like, it's about new growth, the possibility for new growth. And then within the metal rabbit is metal and wood. So that in itself is also a sign of betrayal, but also new growth, because metal chopping wood. What can you change to grow? So on March 5th, the metal rabbit began. And the whole energy of this month is wood represents, the rabbit is wood. And be kinder to yourself. Bring in growth. It is a month to choose growth. This is not a month to rest. This is a month to take some action, okay? And so depending on which point of life you are in, taking into account what may or may not have transpired to you in the last year, March is a good month to evaluate your meaning and greater purpose of life. If you are naturally in flow, your greater purpose will become available to you. But if you're not, this might be the month to go spend time walking in the forest or near the water or in places of nature where it's more easy to ground yourself and open up and to find a bit of stillness and quietness so that you can actually start paying attention to these urges and thoughts that are happening to you. This is a month to look at the deeper significance of what you can give and what you want, okay? Examine where you may have lost sight, over-diversified, or strayed away from your core authenticity and core values. And another exercise you can do is to examine where you can inject more soul awareness into what you're doing in your day-to-day life. And all of this actually requires connection. It's connecting with others, right? Creating win-win situations. The energy of this month is one where we can all gain more control with our personal power. There are 12 months a year. With each month, just imagine this too, right? There's 12 months. If each month you took one step towards growth, can you imagine where you'd be at the end of the year? Like one commitment. Now, one commitment this month might be you choose to incorporate a food into your life that's more healthy for you. Or say you decide to clean your bedroom, like a space that should support you and nurture. Or get rid of the stuff in your life that's not serving you, right? Like pick one thing. 12 steps, or study something new, meditate. Like there's so many things. I actually would love for you to write down and tell me what some of your steps that you could do this month, right? And so it could be more sleep, better eating, more studies, more meditation. This would be life transforming to do 12 a year, each month, just one, okay? So predictions, a little bit of predictions. Now, not all of you know what your day master is. Hello, everybody. Mahale and Av and Aman. Lovely to see you all here. Not all of you know who your day master is, but if you do know what your day master is, if I've done a reading for you, or I know some of you are practitioners, if you are a metal day master, and I'm going to get into the 12 animals as well. And also, though, just before I really do these predictions, I want to qualify like I do every month. This is very, very general and very, very basic. Right? Because you are indeed much more than one animal. And the animals actually represent chi. And the purpose of these is just for fun. And your chart is actually a whole combination of different elements. And so these are just for fun. If your day master is metal, there's money to be made, but it involves working with or competing with other people. You will have to share this month. What do you want to share? Fun, work, or gossip? Be mindful, right? Because you can choose. You may be oversensitive this month. Remember to breathe before you react. You will find yourself comparing yourself with others. Okay, so that's for metal day masters. If you are a wood day master, this is a great energy for you this month. You are lucky. There's some noblemen there to help you. What's a nobleman? It's actually, you could meet people who have the potential to change your life. in a positive way, all right? But interesting, sometimes a nobleman can be somebody that pisses you off so much that you actually go, screw this, I'm going to prove them that I can do this, right? So noblemen are not always nice. Sometimes noblemen are people that make you mad, but the change that you make because of that is a change that makes your life for the better. Okay, this is a great month for wood people to help others get ahead. Make sure you have the right attitude, come from a clean and unconditional place. Okay, and if you guys follow me or know me, I am always someone that is on a win-win basis, in that our energy is all connected, and only through taking care of one another through the process and lifting one another up do we lift ourselves in the process and enhance the energy of the world as well. If you are a fire day master, lots going on this month. It's a really busy month for you. There's lots of opportunities. Your health should be good, but you're going to be a little bit more emotional. There's for sure financial opportunities. You might get a raise. Take time to breathe and take time to not project onto other people what you're going through or what you're feeling. And your metaphysical abilities are a bit stronger this month. So if you're able to learn and tune into your intuition, it's a good month to do that. Earth Day Masters, also very heavy, big month for you, heavier workload than usual. Take care to manage your stress levels so that you don't get into arguments. Your hard work will be rewarded monetarily. And then Water Day Masters, the rabbit is your nobleman. You will have the help you need to get done what you want. Plus, you will be feeling creative. Get out there, go cook and draw, do some art. Open up those creative channels of your mind and allow new ideas to flow in. And actually, Lois, can you post the link to people who don't have their chart in front of them or know it so that they can go to the website? And because you can actually go to my website and for free print off your chart. And if you look on what's called the day pillar, at the top of the day, you'll find what we call your day master. Okay, so let's get into the 12 animals. So the whole type of astrology is called 4 pillars because we have the year, the month, the day, and the hour. And so basically what I'm talking about right now is if this animal is your year. But if you're a bit more advanced, you would know that these could apply to the different areas of your chart. So the rat this month is going to have actually overall a decent month. But it's curious, right? Like you will be entrusted with highly responsible duties in your professions. Financial investments, be a bit careful, keep tabs on expenses. But generally, I think it's smooth sailing if you can avoid dealing with really difficult people or be mindful, right? Just because there's a bit of an aspect there that you're wanting to be right and maybe not listening and a bit pushy. So I would say also for single rats, not a good month to date. And you might be feeling a little bit emotional and pessimistic this month, but overall that will pass. Keep your eye on the ball and just be diligent and you will do fine. And again, these are just very fun, small little predictions, right? Like if you want to get a full prediction, you're going to have to book a reading because there's certainly much more to you than just this little bit. The ox in the month of the rabbit. So if you're an ox, this is the month to go learn something new. New opportunities are coming. But in general for the whole year, because it's interesting, because it's the ox and the ox year, there's a lot of focus on you. Whatever you do will be seen. So what do you want to be seen for? Like, do you want to be seen for doing a good job? Or because if you're doing a lousy job, you'll be seen for that, right? So focus. But this month, there's new opportunities for growth. But stay focused on being positive and what energies you want to bring to the table and be productive. I mean, I think it's just a really good year to consciously be productive the whole year because it's true. Whatever you do this year, you will get seen for that. And so, you don't want to be seen for somebody who cuts corners or is lazy or something like that. The tiger this month has what we call a peach blossom opportunity. And so it's peach blossom means that if you're single, this might be a month to date, or you might meet new people, or people find you more attractive and more wanting to hang out with you, that type of thing. There's lots of opportunities though this month because of this peach blossom star for sales or for people paying attention to you. But always when we're busy like that, our health might get a little bit run down. So just make sure you get extra sleep and eat well. But definitely overall a good month for business and sales and career growth, if you will. Be prepared to work hard and smart, and you will be rewarded. The rabbit has actually overall a smooth sailing month, new job with new job opportunities. It's a good leadership star. There's people there to help you, to work with, to do different things with. Good month also to learn something new. Actually, I would say this is a good month for all of us to learn something new because of the strong wood chi. It's also a really good month to maybe start a cleanse. In Chinese medicine, when the wood chi is strong, the liver is really supported to do a cleanse and that type of thing. And so it's a good month to do that for all of us. Dragon. Good month to just budget your money, just because there might be some extra money at the end of the month, and put it away for a rainy day type thing. And so, but it's a good month also to be a little bit more solitary and to just spend some time alone and to enjoy your own company, because friends might not keep up to keep their promises with you. And so, or say, not do what they say they're going to do. And this will pass. And it's not a good month to actually sign big contracts or anything like that too. I would just be careful with that. But help is out there. Be kind, be humble. And yeah, but I would say lay low. Enjoy some personal time. Good time to walk in the forest and do some meditation. The snake. The snake overall this year has lots of opportunities, and this month there's another one as well. But when there's too many opportunities out there, is a chance to get a bit cocky and to or greedy, and always do your due diligence. There's a heavier workload happening this month, and so there'll be some stress because of that. And also, I think friends and relatives are have expectations, so it's just pick and choose. It's easy to get too scattered. So pick and choose what's important. And like I said too, the opportunity for all of us as souls is to actually look at what's important in our lives and to live by our integrity and values, right? And it's when there's money opportunities floating around and things like that, we get very distracted by that instead of remembering the truth. Like when we're looking back on our lives, what is it you want to look on and say, oh, I'm glad I did that, or I'm glad I studied that, or I'm glad, this is a good month for all of us to do that. But yeah, snakes, highly social month. So it's easy then to waste time. So what are your goals? What do you want? Put that energy in towards that. The horse also has peach blossom this month. And already this year, you have the peach blossom is like you're more attractive. There's romantic opportunities. People want to be with you, more socializing. In general, this is a really good month for the horse. People will give you gifts for no reason. You will get good news, happy events and celebration, and you might be spending some money on home repairs or improving your environment. The goat this month should have a bit of I don't know if reprieve is the right word, but the goat and the ox are in a clash for the year. So the whole year is actually a year where you should be bringing change into your life. You're being asked to change. You are the sign that is most being asked this year to change what's not working in your life and to bring in what is important to you, to really stick to your values. And it's an opportunity for huge growth if you do changes. What happens when we don't pay attention to the opportunities that astrology shows us? It's like I always use the analogy of a garden. Say it's a spring, right? And it's time to plant a seed. Well, you have to plant the seed in order for the garden to grow. If you don't plant the seed, nothing will happen. And then down the road, there's consequences because of that. And so when you have a clash, you are meant to make changes into your life. And so really do take this action where whether it's in how you spend your money, how you take care of your health, how you treat other people, bring in actions that are positive. This month, though, is a smoother month in career for you, the goat, and you will receive attention. And but like the rest of the year, there's actually a part of you that just wants to hide, right? And that's not actually the best thing, because hiding will not get rid of the what's inside that you need to deal with. Okay. The monkey. You will be called on to help others this month. This may be stressful and cause you to spend some money, like to just make yourself feel better, right? But there's people will want to be with you. People want to hang out with you. Single monkeys will perhaps have more fun romantically this month, right? But yeah, overall, just a really good month. And the monkey also in 2021, the energy and the stars of the year really support you to have a good year. And this is just a month that further supports it. And so I'm going to say there's a tendency when we have what's called a good year to relax, because we got a raise without asking, or opportunities come without asking. But we don't always get energy that really supports us. And so really take advantage of it. This is a year to actually work harder, and to not a year so much like going to school is okay and those types of things, but it's also a year to really work towards getting towards your goals, because you will get more help than you can even imagine to make them come true. The rooster overall for the whole year has a great year. However, this month the rabbit is clashing the rooster. And so ups and downs this month. And so also a year for the rooster to look at what parts in your life do you need to make some corrections and some changes in, and things might not go as planned. So really take that into account. Don't cut corners. Don't go late to meetings, because it's the type of thing you're going to run out of gas on the way, or stuff will happen. This is a month to actually do your due diligence, be on time, and take extra care and attention in doing everything. Overall, you will do fine, but just be prepared that obstacles will come up, preventing you from things going really smoothly. The dog. The dog has a combination to the rabbit. It's also a peach blossom star, so the dog's going to have a good month. Power and authority. You'll have to listen to the problems of people looking for your advice, but that's a good thing. Help them, right? Be a better person for it. But the other thing too is don't let it get to your head. Resist the urge to have an opinion on something you weren't asked about. All right. The pig. Good month for those who particularly run their own business. There's lots of money opportunities out there. A humble attitude will always help you go further, right? And so be open to opportunities. Say yes. So that's it for the 12 animals. There's a method in Feng Shui I alluded to earlier called flying stars. And so there's, just like people have an astrology chart, houses have an astrology chart too. And so flying stars is about an 800-year-old system. And it is probably the most practiced Feng Shui with formula, along with looking at the forms of Feng Shui that's practiced in China. It's authentic. And through these formulas, it's actually possible to see, like I said, whether a house has wealth or whether it connects to the person, many things. So this is just a very simple form of the flying stars in looking at the annual and what we call monthly stars. And so the best energies this month, wealth chi, if you will, is in the south and in the west this month. And certainly actually even for the whole year, those sectors are good. So how do you activate that? How do you use that? You spend time there. If you have a door in those sectors, you're bringing that energy into your house. If you have a window there, open it up. So again, in general, the south and the west are very good energies and sectors to work in. You could face those directions. I mean, it's more fine-tuned if you actually connect this to your own astrology, but everybody will benefit from those energies. Try, if possible, to avoid the southeast. If you must use the southeast sector, place some metal there. And when I say place metal there, it's like either a substantial amount of metal, 20 or 30 pounds. Why do I say metal? Because this is based on 5-element theory. And the energy that's there is that's creating a bit of a block, if you will, is earth, and earth is reduced by metal. So by placing metal there, we can minimize the effect. And that's why so many feng shui cures are metal wind chimes or metal coins or things like that. And it's not based on, sometimes it's sound. Even metal sound is a good way to reduce energy of a sector. The southwest is also good this month, and the center has of the house also has a good combination. So in general, the very best sectors to spend time in are the south, the southwest, and the west. So I want to just talk to you a little bit about two of my upcoming courses. Are you interested in learning about how energy works and how it connects to your life lessons? And I'm just going to do this for a second. Every year I teach a practitioner course, which is composed of 3 modules, and I only take 10 new students. I have 3 spots left, and module 3 is done in the summer. And then the Feng Shui module 1 and the Chinese astrology module 2 are recorded, but you are supported through that self-taught learning process by myself and senior students. And so if you're wanting to learn more about that or know more about that, please send me an email. I can send you a syllabus, or we can book a Zoom call. And like I said, I only take on 10 students a year with this. And you are mentored throughout the process, okay? The summer course in the summer is about 2 weeks. You don't have to be here in person to this. It's going to be now done live. And do you have to want to become a practitioner to take this? No. Many people do this for their own personal growth, okay? Practitioner course, like I said, we have 3 parts left. The other course that's new that I'm starting, and it starts on March 16th, but you have to have a knowledge of Chinese astrology, is 10 weeks, 5 elements, 10 day masters, 10 gods, 100 formations. If you want to learn more about the 10 gods and how they relate into the 10 elements, that is going to be a 10-week Tuesday evening class starting on March 16th. And so again, Lois is going to post the link here, but you're also free to send us an email and I can tell you more about that. We do have payment plans for both programs available. All right. Everything, I just want to end this, and I want to also get from you a bit of a commitment, right? It's like, what is the future you want to create, right? Because that's actually what we're all here for. Anything that's not heart connected will have a rocky ride the next 2 to 3 years, okay? I spoke of this the last few months. We are in the birthing canal. The energy of the metal ox is a new baby has been born. There's like this new energy. We are in the beginning stages of new energy. Self-honesty is so important. Your goals will only work if you're honest with yourself. The whole thing here is, yes, there's always opportunities to make more money and make more, have more, but that's actually not what the lessons, like, we all deserve abundance and we all deserve relationships. That will come when you do the personal growth. But the thing is to look at the opportunities for how to bring your soul into all this. If you are suffering, it's because you are not seeing as what's happening in your life as something you asked for, and you're not taking responsibility for it. One of the most interesting things that opened up for me in the last couple of years, especially with this online, not only me teaching, but me being able to take classes with some teachers, is learning how to see charts with our lessons and karmas and opportunities that we choose to be born with. And here's the really cool thing. When you learn the lessons, you supersede your chart. You might have a difficult chart. You might have a life. I have a very difficult chart that shows lots of lessons. But it's like through working through consciousness and working through the tools that I have that we become at peace, right? And we work through them. Suffering is an option. I want to tell you, and also it's like self-honesty is very important. How committed are you to your life? Or do you think I'll only be happy if someone else changes, right? And that's one of the things that makes my teaching different is, yeah, I'll teach you all the Feng Shui tips and tools, but I'm going to also teach you how you are connected to it and what it is here you are to learn. I'm here to tell you as well, you are enough. You are worthy. And when you don't feel that, you can choose again. The law of reciprocity in the universe is in a constant state of giving and receiving. Your thoughts and feelings and actions send out an energy vibration to the universe, and the universe returns to you what you sent out through synchronicities, people, and circumstances that show up in your life. The easiest thing is to give what you want to receive. If you desire more love in your life, give love. If you desire more connection, give connection, right? You open yourself to receive by letting go of what you don't want and making room in your life for what it is you do want. What kind of future do you want? Okay? And what are you committed to doing? What one thing can you do this month that'll take you there? Do you choose fear or do you choose growth? All right? And so this month, I choose to exercise a bit more. That's what I commit to. All right. I choose to exercise this month. And so, and I also choose to meditate a little bit more and to just bring some more of that into my practice. Are there any questions? I wish love and light to you all. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be alive. It's an exciting time to connect with like-minded people. And it's spring. There's new growth, new opportunities available. I want to thank all of you for having joined me here. And yeah, let me know. I'm sitting here fooling around with this camera. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Oh, Melanie, you can. It'll post the whole thing up as soon in a few minutes. You can watch the whole thing again. Nice to see you. I hope you're well. Nice that you started meditation, Farin. Yeah. You're welcome, Rini. Nice to see you. All right, everybody, have a blessed and lovely Sunday. And we will talk to you. Karen, first time. Thank you. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm excited to be working with you. Jacqueline, thank you. You're very, very welcome. Thank you to all of you. You know that when like-minded people gather together, our energy grows, right? Our energy grows, our hearts expand, and we support each other to be better, right? And so thank you for being there in my life and helping my life be part of one where we can all grow. Thank you, everybody. Good one, Karen. Drinking more water. That's really great intention. Yeah, namaste, Cecilia. Thank you, Annette and Desmond. Love to both of you. And Constance, yeah, thank you. And Av, thank you. Go out there and be kind and have grace. Let's make the world a better place by giving what it is we want to have in our lives. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.